Our great Union, our motherland, did not stand a chance against the inglorious German might. What remains of Russia is divided between various splinters, warlords seeking to enrich themselves instead of fighting for a greater goal. Novosibirsk, one of these splinters, was once part of the Central Siberian Republic. It was a republic built on idealism, but its idealism would lead to its eventual demise. After its destruction, various strongmen now vie for control over the region. Pokrishkin and Shukshin built their power base around the rich city of Novosibirsk and the agricultural lands of Altai. From this base they will seek to reclaim Russia, but in the end, only one of them will remain.
And so our story begins in Novosibirsk, in the middle of, Siberia. Now, Novosibirsk is one of the larger cities here in Siberia, so we have that going for us, I guess. We're of course led by the Siberian Falcon Alexander Pokrishkin. We have the All-Siberian Army under our control, which is a very effective army here in Siberia. So we have something going for us. And we are a producer of aircraft, so we have a cool aircraft plant here. This gives us bonuses for tactical bombers and close air support. Now, we are currently not affected by the Luftwaffe's bombing because, we're not really in reach of that. So the people fleeing that are, of course, coming here where it's safe. So we get monthly population. Plus, during the Great Patriotic War, a lot of people had fled the Wehrmacht into Siberia. So that's why we have a disproportionate population. And we were part of the Siberian plan of Bukharin, so we have some economic bonuses from that, which is great. All in all, not bad, even though we are, in the middle of nowhere. Our focus tree currently is just this, but, knowing if you have ever played TNO, you know this is not the entire focus tree. Well, let's start with the Land of the Strong. We are the largest splinter state that has separated from the Central Siberian Republic. However, we are currently a bit overwhelmed by all these refugees fleeing to safety into our territory. So that's probably what is gonna be the focus point for now. But later on, of course, knowing how things here will go down, there will be a lot of fighting. But for now, let's click on the arrows here. What the hell is that? We have different factions apparently or something. Okay, we have nothing, we have everything on mills. Now is that good? I mean, our army, it's not really that big, but we look at our neighbors. Yeah, their army is also like around that size. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Our industry is not really that great, so I'm just gonna focus on production, industrial-wise, and otherwise just focus on getting some cool army tech so that we can beat our neighbors. I still have to figure out how the economic system works, but that's a problem for another day. So let our campaign begin. Alright, since we are a warlord state and there will be conflicts in the future, let us try and focus on the army first, so that we can get the upgrades for our military modifiers. So we shall start with veterans of the Siberian War. Well, our Vice President Vasily Shukshin has always went to the upriver to clear his thoughts. However, he noticed that the river has become more and more dirty the more industrialists open up their factories in Novosibirsk. When he had brought this up, many of his aides turned him down due to them having already been bribed by all of them. He's now thinking if it was really a good idea to let them go wild here in Novosibirsk. Also seeing a lot of the workers being treated like slaves. Was this corruption in and of itself a greater tyranny? Still, he would have to tackle this problem some other way. But how when it felt only he could see Russia's pain? Is he all alone? Up in the moment every one of these guys have command power, border war begins. Now, yeah, they're not gonna win this one, so thank you for the free stuff. But we could do a border warfare also, maybe. Oh. What the fuck? They just give me the loot for free. Okay, sure. Well, no raid for me then, I guess. Let's get another unit out here, by the way. I did increase the template size, by the way, just so you know. Maybe that did something, I guess. Who knows? Let's try and fix our disproportionate population with the Virgin Lands campaign. Fertile lands, new beginnings, the state provides. They're all too scared of my army, apparently. Managerial response, more and more workers discontent. Oh, good. Maybe should fix that. Anyway, we are getting raided by these guys, by Russia. So let's put the army there and try and win this. Now I've been trying to improve stuff here. You see, I'm like investing into research stuff, economic base, and I guess that's what I'm doing mainly. Because I want a cool army and I want cool equipment researched. So that's the plan here. Whatever. I don't think they have light infantry. I don't know what the plan here was, my guy, but sure, do as you please. A situational report. Well, but there's problems. Workers are agitated. We don't have really food to feed them. They want more money, but even if they had more money, they couldn't buy food because, like I said, we don't have food. So, you know, a lot of problems here. But our president, Alexander, is trying to fix as much as possible. Let us first deal with the agricultural problems. The Phantom Thread. There was an assassination attempt on the president, however it failed after the gunshot missed. The ones behind the attempt are the Narodniks. We have long time ignored their threat, as we deemed them a simple nuisance to the Federation, a small group that could be rooted out. But with this recent attempt, we might have to change our minds to that and launch a war against this terror. Pokrishkin nodded in agreement. Do what you have to do. Well, the investigation begins. We shall now crush the agitators. And for this we need command power, so let's funnel resources into the investigation. And now let's start by infiltrating Narodnik cells. End of the line. One by one they will all fall. Let's investigate factories in Novosibirsk. Reports of worker agitation. We can't let this get out of hand. Securing the factories. The Narodniks shall prey upon our workers no more. Mountain patrol. Just who is tracking who? Faster patrolmen. Kill, kill. Nothing a little R&R won't cure. Conduct an internal investigation. Communist sympathies. Better dead than rid. Am I right, fellas? Yeah, this border war is not going how I hoped it would go. I can't win everything, I guess. A little bird says no more. Don't worry, darling. I'll be home soon. And now we can launch the final raid and once and for all root them out. Gangbusting. One last battle, then we can rest easier. Another blow against failed ideologies. Well, that would be it for this then. Narodnik threat ended. They never stood a chance. And now our destiny made manifest. The Federation's destiny. The destiny Alexander Pokrishkin has promised the people of Novosibirsk is that of a grand federation spanning across all Siberia. No, all of Russia. But many are doubtful, because this destiny, this dream, might be an impossible goal. Well, it seems like we've been attacked by Tomsk. And more are trying to follow up on that. Well, let's hope we will deal with them fast. Well, I had trained more troops before this all started, before all this shit started hitting the fan. So I just put them out now after these guys now attacked me. And there's still dude, everyone here is attacking me, man. What the hell? Okay, well, so much for these guys. Just had to cave their capital and that was it. Alright, their capital also, and it's that over for these guys. It's not as difficult as I thought it would be, but okay. So just so you know, my army, like this is my main division here. I have trained 2 of these elite infantry divisions, and then I also have the normal motorized here. That's my army. Alright, I don't know what these rumors of attack things are now, but no one's attacking me, so might as well take the initiative then by attacking them. If they don't want to attack me, I'm just gonna attack them. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Alright, next target, Krasnoyarsk. Time to crush them. Well, that was quick. And there goes the last target that we could attack, right? Yes. Well, let's occupy them also, and yeah. Well, let's see what happens now. Well, it seems we have received an offer from Sverdlovsk. Konstantin Rokossovsky, the Marshal of the Ural Military District in Sverdlovsk, is requesting that we launch a border skirmish with Omsk to distract them. Oh, sure. Yazov is a threat to all of Russia. We stand with Rokossovsky. we we're very fast with the war stuff, but yeah. Let us now complete this mutter, because if we do this, then we can finally form the Central Siberian Federation and you know, continue our conquest. Before that, I think we will have to fix our overextended administration. But yeah, we have grown, which is very great. But as we see, our enemies also have grown, and it's very clear which two nations will be our next enemies. Alright, time to form the Siberian Federation. Novosibirsk unifies Central Siberia. The linchpin of Russia has been united. And more regional development, definitely, and more decisions to form or prepare for wars. So we have 5 years until that can happen, and yeah. Alright, in the meantime, we'll have to fix our overextension now. With these brand new focuses, let us start with the Siberian economy. Now that we've consolidated here in Central Siberia, we shall finally reconnect the northern territories to our fold. Ever since the start of the warlord era here in Russia, the region has been in a state of anarchy, lawlessness, but now we shall reverse this unfortune. The coming storm, well, workers are dissatisfied and have begun to strike. Harrowing. With no progress being made towards the strikes, the strikers have begun to launch uprisings. Bastards. A Siberian plan of our own. Let us put Bukharin to shame. Call for uprising. Can you I'll just calm down? The revolt of Tomsk. The revolution has painted the city of intellectuals a coat of red. Alright, yeah, let's put down this revolt. I don't think that's gonna be too hard, but I have no problem with being surprised. I think this should be it for the revolt. Yep, great. Did not stand a chance, really. Alright, we are having a slight deficit problem, economic-wise. I had to cut down my spending here, because, yeah, I had a crisis down here, or like a warning signal for a crisis, so, now the deficit is a bit more manageable, but it's still not fine. But that's all I can do, really. Admin stays up because it really barely changes anything for the expenditure, as we see. Barely changes because it does also give me a lot of income. So yeah, this also barely does anything, and I kind of want to keep the research, really. So this stays. This does have a bit of an impact here. So yeah, this stays down. Same as goes for military. That definitely has to stay down for a bit now. But yeah, I still don't know fully how to economy in this game, but we will learn by playing more. Alright, we have completed our economic stuff, and I've already begun to do the... I think I should have done this first, but yeah. Let's now look towards enshrining the Silovik state. There's a bit of distrust towards Vasily Shukshin, as he's been increasing his activity, and this is concerning the Silovik elite. There are always malcontents under any system. Alright, let's do a nod to democracy. More and more our societal development increases. Great. I already had an equipment increase here. And yeah, I'm trying to deal with that mostly right now. With all these decisions here, so yeah. Well, seems our opposition is increasing. Well, we've finally finished dealing with our overextension. So now, let's focus on some outwards stuff, I guess. We're currently trying to pick a trading partner, and I will go with the Americans and the OFN. Finally, industrial expertise increased. I really needed it because, you know, I've been blocked out of researching stuff down there because of that. Alright, economically, my biggest problem is my military expenditure. Because, yeah, how much is it if I actually increase it? Jesus Christ, I just double the tip. That's not what we're gonna do. Yeah, I don't have the revenue for, you know, this big military that I have, which, really, it doesn't help me. I might decrease my army because of that, just so that I, don't run a deficit. So I'm gonna, for now, get rid of these units. I will definitely later train these back, but they are currently costing me too much. And yeah, that's way better now. I mean, I'm still running this economy on a tax hike, but yeah. Could be worse, could be worse. I'm not building refineries for resources in the hopes that these will boost it. Alright. We can now prepare for war against the Far Eastern Soviet Socialist Republic. Oh man, I gotta prepare. Can I just attack them? I'm like completely prepared already. Alright, don't care about forts. Let's build some air bases. Didn't know. Okay, well, that was very useless for me building air bases then. Yeah, let's do everything. I have these units out now, which does mean that my economy is currently, oh my god. I mean, I did increase this, so yeah. Yeah, a bit cooked. Alright, we are now prepared enough. We can begin our invasion in 30 days. As if I have not waited long enough already. Alright. Activate the battle plan. I think they will not withstand my onslaught. Yeah, this will be a walk in the park. Yeah, so we already captured their capital in Irkutsk. Like I said, walk in the park yet. Yeah. They never really stood a chance to be H. Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And now we shall declare the Siberian reunification and integrate all these states. I don't know if I should do this all at once, but yeah, bye-bye stability. Anyway, we get more focuses finally. Alright, the Siberian Mandate. And yeah, how long do I have to wait for this now? 2 years at least, okay. I remember why I never really bothered playing more Teen Russian Warlords, because it just is like just such a waiting game, man. Alright, send them back there. We now have convoys, stockyards and stuff like that, which will cost us now, right? A bit, I guess. Our economy is looking very great now. Well, yeah, actually. Usually I had this with, but I needed a tax hike for having a stable economy, man. Alright, our economy is better. Our economy is getting better and better. Like, our debt is not great, but, you know, can't really do much about that. Hopefully now, with me building more shit, it will be better. Alright, now that we have consolidated Siberia, we shall begin the election season. And we will campaign as Shukshin. This now starts our campaign down here in the decisions, where we, of course, you know, very simple, have to have more support. And all these decisions here will help us with that. Yeah, I think we have this election in a bag. Well, and the election results are in. And Vasily Shukshin has won the elections. A writer's musings. Democracy breathes. And now we have changed to a conservatism. I've begun the atomic program right here. But now let's, you know, do winds of change. Freedom's champion. The winds have changed. Freedom's champion. Shukshin wants to focus on the people. The people had suffered enough, first from Bukharin's authoritarianism and mismanagement, and then from the CSR and their misguided idealism, who had gotten so many killed in their failed wars. Finally, Pokrishkin and his corporate backers, who in their endless pursuit of stability and wealth had forgot the average Russian. He spoke, fellow citizens. I have not come to begin a revolution. I have come to fulfill the ideals of which we have not forgotten. The winds have changed. Dreams of a federation. A writer and a falcon. Well, in the early days, Shukshin and Pokrishkin were allied. They were friends, fighting together for a cause. However, as time passed, they've grown apart. And now, both men have no idea where they lost their way. And now, towards a glorious future. Alright, the time has finally come. We shall prepare for the unification war. Alright, let's begin to strike Russia. I have a bit problematic right now economy, but that's mostly because I actually fund my military right now. Because I will need these, I will need buffs. I didn't really expand my army much, so yeah, it could be problematic. Alright, I've got new troops, and mostly it has now stabilized. I did push them in a bit now. Also encircled a lot of their units up here now, which will greatly help us. And even more troops encircled now. Let's destroy them. Alright, after having killed even more of their troops, as you see. Yeah. And also because this is now back up again, I'm gonna go on a full-off offensive. Also, mostly the Air Force is what helped me here to win this. Otherwise, goodbye. I would have probably died. I focused too much on the economy and ignored the army. But yeah, anyway, let's crush them. I mean, what also doesn't really help is their big buffs that they have, like, yeah. And also this one here. No, bro. Okay, sure. Alright, yeah. They're no longer a problem. Well, we successfully crushed the Urals. This was the only obstacle still in our way. Now the fall of the USSR is inevitable, or the remnants, I guess. Well, that's the end of these guys, and we can now reunify the motherland. The Federation unites Russia, united and free, and now we are the Russian Federation. Let us now integrate all this territory. Oh my god, I don't even have enough political power. And now Shukshin finds himself yet again at the Ob. This time, however, the waters were cleaner, now that he strongly regulates the corporations. We saw families enjoying vacations and workers joking around in the fields. Shukshin felt something stir inside of him. The idealism which was once so infectious in the early days of the Central Siberian Republic. He was doing this for them, for the people, for Russia, all of Russia. And now the dreams of Federation have been achieved, or everything would have been for nothing. And I thought there was more. It's alright. Yeah. I guess that's all the content there is for Novosibirsk. So I will end it also here, because I've been sitting in this game now for 3 days. Of course, not complete days, but yeah, it was too long for my sanity. So yeah, as always, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, and see you next time. Goodbye! I will now play all the Russian warlords. Comment down below which you wanna see next.